let's take our input box a few steps further. Remember, we want to get a little more descriptive about the choices the user has in order to sort the list. Really, I want to make the message portion, the prompting portion of the input box, more descriptive. And not just how would you like to sort the list and then leave it up to the user. I want to give them choices. If they input a number 1, then we'll sort the list as a division sort. If they input a number 2, then we'll sort the list by category. A number 3 by total, and so on. So give them clear, distinct choices for them to input. Again, 1, this helps them out. They're going to know what's expected of them. 2, it's going to help us because now we're starting to control the user's experience, and that helps us with our programming side within VBA as well. So let me get rid of this. I don't want that prompt inside of there. Now our prompt's going to be pretty big, and I want to format it a little bit. So I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna create another variable. Let's actually just put that right up next to that one. We'll call this prompt message, prompt MSG. It's going to be another string, or I'm going to store another string in there. Now, prompt MSG, or message, is going to be what the user actually sees and gives them the choices. So I want to do something like this. Let me write on my screen here for a moment. Imagine I've got my box. Okay? And inside that box, I want it to say, let's see, sort the lists, and then I want to wrap down a line, and I want to say something like a 1 would be sort by division, and then wrap down a line and do a number 2 would be sort by category, if I can spell right, category, and so on. Wrap down a line, number 3 would be equal to this, and so on. Okay? So we'll expect the user to type in one of those numeric values, but I want to present the message to them in a nice, clean, readable way. So this is really what we're going to create right here. We're going to create this and store it inside of this variable called prompt MSG. Now there's going to be a bit going on in here. I'm going to talk about each piece of it. Essentially, we're going to take several pieces of text and we're going to combine them together, okay, to make this nice paragraph of choices for the user to pick from. So I'm going to say, let's get even more descriptive. I'm going to say, enter a numeric value to sort. ... I'll close that one. So now I want to take that first little blurb, that first sentence, and I'm going to combine that. That's an ampersand character. That's the and symbol. It's your combining or concatenating character. I want to combine that with a carriage return, so we drop down a line to start giving them the choices. To do that inside of VBA, the character is VBCRLF. It's a carriage return line feed. Then I'm going to combine that with the next line. So enter a numeric value to sort. Then I want to wrap down a line and combine that with the next sentence. So the ampersand does the combining. We combine the first sentence with the carriage return. Then we combine that with the next line down below. And I'm just going to tab in just to make it look cleaner for me here. So I'm going to say quote 1 ... sort by division. Then I'll close that, and I'm going to combine that with another VBCRLF. Combine that with the next line. Oops, I hit my enter key too many times there. And then I'm going to bring in a 2 and just repeat the whole process here. So now we'll say sort by category. Cool. And I'll combine that VBCRLF. And I'll combine that with the next line. And this will be the last option. Sort by total. There we go. And I'm not going to combine that with anything else. That's the last line right there. So our prompt message is going to be equal to all of this right here. So we'll have enter a numeric value on the first line, then we'll wrap down to the next line, do the number 1, which is equal to this, wrap down to the next line, and so on. Now you're going to see when I hit my enter key one more time, because I'm all done with that right there, stuff becomes capitalized. C, L, got capital everywhere. VBCRLF is used, carriage return line feed, and my MSG became capitalized as well because it's matching the declaration of the variable as well. So that's done. There's a lot going on in there. Read through that. Make sure you understand what's happening. The concatenating, combining character, and the return, carriage return, drop down to the next line. So now I want to take this variable, which is now our prompting message, copy that, and I'm going to go paste it into my input box. Let's just get rid of this white space here. All right, let's see what this looks like. I'm going to click into my procedure. I'm going to go hit the run button, and there's my prompt. Enter a numeric value to sort, drop down a line. 1 equals this, 2 equals this, 3 equals this. So I could type in a value, such as 2, because I want to sort by category. I hit OK, and that number 2 is now being stored inside of this variable called user input. There's our message box. Nice little, or our input box. Asking the user for some input, giving them a nice direct message to look at, know what they need to type in, 1, 2, or 3 in this case, and then receiving that value back into your code. So try this out. Nail down that message, get more direct. If you want to get fancier with it, feel free. If not, you can just copy verbatim what I got on the screen there, which is totally fine. And then our next step, we'll jump into the next video, we're going to take a look at building the logic. If they enter a 1, then sort it by division. If they enter a 2, then sort it by, and so on. Okay? So get this message box done, and then jump into the next video.